Hi, my name is Eilina, and I am presenting about traveling to Iceland. Today, I will discuss the topic of Iceland, and more specifically, I will dive into the attractions of Iceland and some good tips if there's any plans to travel to Iceland. Imagine yourself soaking in the milky blue geothermal waters, your breath forming clouds in the crisp Arctic air, where the emerald green currents of the aurora borealis dances across the Arctic skies just from above. This surreal experience awaits in Iceland, where fire and ice coexist in perfect harmony in a land where Earth itself seems quite alive. There is nowhere else on Earth like it. Whether you're an adventure seeker chasing glaciers, a foodie exploring Viking Age flavors, or a city lover wanting cosmetology charm, Iceland offers transformative experiences found nowhere else on Earth. Iceland is my dream location one day, and I have dedicated a lot of time into my research on Iceland these last few weeks while preparing. Today, we will navigate Iceland's best accommodations, talking about the emerald valleys of the beautiful night skies and the ashen volcanic plains. We'll savor its unique cuisines, marvel at its geological wonders, and learn crucial cultural etiquette. First, I will discuss where I recommend staying if you plan on traveling to Iceland. I recommend staying at the Reykjavik Base Camp, which is a strand of hotels specifically in the city of Alda, which is where the hotel offers eco-friendly city views, which is perfect for exploring the local churches around town in the Harpa Concert Hall. Through the same strands of the hotel, you can stay at rustic cottages for sights you can only see in Iceland, such as the northern lights and the glaciers nearby. The glaciers as well are available for ice cave adventures at any time. With that being said, now that we have settled our lodging, we can get a taste into Iceland's cuisine. Next, I will discuss where to eat and which foods are culturally most popular. Traditionally, fermented shark is very popular, specifically at Cafe Loki. If you're looking for something more culture-oriented, you can savor its lamb stew at the Svartar Bread Bowls Company. Now, if you're looking for more Viking Age dishes, then that's the new Nordic cuisine that's looking for you, heading your way if you were to dine at the Dill. That is where you will find reinvented Viking dishes, more specifically cod head terrine. Fueled by those Icelandic flavors, we can journey now to the nature's masterpiece of Iceland that awaits, which now leads me to my third point, which is the attractions that would bring you to Iceland. The Golden Circle Trio, where you can witness geysers' explosive eruptions, the continental rifts, and Goluf's mighty waterfall. Otherworldly landscapes in Iceland include things like walking between the tectonic plates at the Sofara Fissure. You can bathe in the Blue Lagoon at the Selisa-rich waters, and you can hike glacier trails from above. To preserve these wonders, we can now discuss the crucial etiquette that's expected from tourists in Iceland. I have a few recommendations of do's and don'ts from the locals in Iceland. Ensure that you remove your shoes before entering homes, and ensure that you use credit cards since Iceland is a cashless society, and ensure that you ask permission before photographing locals, especially in rural areas, because they do sense that their privacy is being invaded, as well as learn a few Icelandic phrases because it is important to speak their language as best as possible. For don'ts, I have don't tip at restaurants. It is considered odd. You will get looked at funny. Don't disturb the fields of moss because they take their wildlife and their nature very seriously there. Don't underestimate sudden weather changes because you never know what's going to happen, so ensure that you always check the weather before you go out. And do not take sand or rocks since it is illegal to take natural resources from the country of Iceland. Now that we have gone through the recommendations of do's and don'ts in Iceland recommended from the locals, we can now transition into Iceland's wonders where steaming earth meets ancient ice. It doesn't just dazzle, they demand we rethink our place in nature's grand design. Iceland doesn't just change passport stamps for individuals, it changes a person's perspective. As we have charted Iceland's best days from the Reykjavik hotels to witness the beauty of the Northern Lights, whether in a cozy lodge or a hotel suite as well. We looked at the wilderness retreats and sampled its modern cuisine, marveled at geological wonders, and learned essential cultural norms expected in Iceland. In closing, as we have seen, Iceland is not just a destination for an individual. It is an invitation to embrace contrast throughout the world. Thank you.